Hey, Mumuchine Kele, Abrala. Hey, I'll give you the money here. Hey, Tabru. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Biafra, Penu. Hey, I don't talk him before. When I know what here, when I come block on the ear, say when I know what here, no problem. When the war start, we go know who be who. Biafrans. How many times did I call you? You don't want to listen. I say boycott every churches that is against freedom. Boycott every food from the Fulani herdsmen. Boycott every onions from the Boko Haram. Boycott anything that come from the north. Where we say they no one more could go, they no one leave us where we go, but they want carry their food to poison us. Go punish them. I start gonna boycott anything we go bring death and time there for Igbo land. Biafra land, boycott all their food, no eat their food. I don't talk about boycott Dangote product, anything where you bring. Now lie, you want to kill you, you want put you under subjection. No listen to them, no buy their food, no buy their cement, no buy their chicken, no buy their anything. I tell you, if you try, God don't punish you. Now they hungry you, now that is the hungry you. Let's I forget. Make I answer one question. Jumama and Emeka, make I answer me this question very carefully. Land don't finish for Sabah. Land don't finish for Were. Land don't finish for Anambra. Land no dey Port Harcourt. Land no dey Aba. Why una dey deceive una sef say only Yoruba land and Hausa land una go build the whole mansion when I go get in the whole world. Na craze dey worry una. Una dey craze. May God forgive una. Make una come back home. I don't talk am o. I say boycott every food from Hausa. Boycott their kulikuli. Boycott their suya. Boycott their sugar cane. You don't block your ear say no one here. One day, I tell you, one day, very very soon, they go roast human being like a suya. Give you for me to go chop am from Hausa. Go this and I remit. I don't talk am o. No one listen. Take time. Biafrans. Boycott anything that has to do with the Hausa Fulani herdsmen. Boko Haram, all their products. Na lie. I said na lie yo. They want to take and kill you. They want to take your land, invade your house and sleep with your women. They're not dangerous. So anything that has to do with them. Remember, Boko. When I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. Fulani herdsmen. They are bet of the same feather, so all of them be the same thing. Now brothers and sisters, though, they know they look back for a kilo, they chop human being like suya. That's how I did not tell you. Any Igbo man, any Biafra man, where you make investment for North, for Kano, for Sokoto, for Meduguri, Taraba, anywhere where you get investment. Say I come back home, die no day. They won't kill you, boycott anything that has to do with Hausa. They are dangerous. Not so I do not tell you. They say they be get a man, not take them more. They say they do pedicure, they do manicure, they won't clean your leg, they won't clean your house. No grill, they won't kill you, they go chop you. Not only that one, including their food and their products and anything that has to do with them. Anything where one consign them, not them. Not only that one, if you not say a day for Lagos, if they go to the Baba church, if they waste your time, carry your time, they pay, they throw your money up and down. Sell the whole property where you go there, go back home. They don't want you, they don't want you, you know what listen. The people where they bring on this message in a Biafra referendum media group worldwide under the leadership of Mazen and the kind of Ahmadike Biafra one of Biafran land. Thank you, Kemesia. Mr. Producer.
Ipob. One way, honey. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. It's not by force to be together. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. Naturally, Biafra. Let my people go. Naturally, Biafra. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Let my people go. Wake up this morning, I look in the sky, all I see is rising sun. Choloma. Obono Chuku na Lolua, the land of the rising sun. Yeah, let my people go. Yeah, let my people go. Ekele na de kalo, making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele na de kalo, making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele na de kalo, making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing at all, make a leggy, Opakisimu to see it. When you're not different in we are not fighting for our freedom. All we need is freedom. And the Kalo make a leggy, where my people go, Nandekano, let my people go, let my people go, let my people go, let my people go, I said that to let my people go, let my people go, when that devil like it or not, let my people go, Biafra must come, let my people go, we must be free, let my people go, credible you see, guess me, anyway, Biafra ya daga sun lawasi kasi yana makata wannan kasi kana ma we are going higher whether we use wabia.
Our Father who art in heaven, nanying kebine ligwe ka hagedin song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwa Biama believe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Good morning, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are all over the world. On this very fateful day, the 29th day of the month of March, the year of Chukwuki Kabiama, I would say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra for the avoidance of doubt, a very live broadcast. We are reaching you from Biafra land, very close to Bintayako. Radio Biafra Extra, of course, for the avoidance of that, is streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who has assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. A lot of people have made us to believe in Biafra. And here they are making us to believe in it over and over again. Of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Beku. For over 6 decades, nobody could be able to stand up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people until he came. He is the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. The only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. Globally, I must tell you. His name is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And by the special grace of God, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State. And I must say it is a privilege to serve the indigenous people of Biafra and the capacity of the African Rep and the Nigerian International Coordinator. We must proceed this morning to begin to reveal some of the weapons of menace actually put in place to bamboozle us and bring us to our knee. But before then, we must acknowledge the Almighty Creator, who is our guide. In matter both great and small, in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, He will continue and has always been the primordial influence that drives us. His name is Chukwuki Kabiama, for the avoidance of doubt. Our leader constantly says, He was sent. Who sent Him? It's Chukwuki Kabiama. And if we are alive today, it is because He wants us to be. And if some have died, it is because we understand, America understand, according to the Declaration of Independence, that time in, time out, the blood of the guilty and the innocent will be used to refresh the tree of liberty. And somewhere along the line, men and women will have to die so others will live. And this is a known fact, and we are not afraid to embrace this truth. But in the end, the good thing that God, Chukwuki Kabiama, has proposed to do for Biafran people, there is no evil man that can stop it. If you actually understand the music that played before I came in, you see, Iyahu Chineke malitera kometa ajamadu apuwigo chiao. The good Chukwuki Kabiama want to do. No evil man, no Boko Haram, no corrupt government system, no corrupt judicial system. Nobody, I must tell you. The more you commit evil against the Biafran people, the more you fuel what moves us. It is a matter of time. It is going to be from chapter 1 to chapter 2 till we get to the last chapter. But in each of this chapter, you will know that men like our leader, men like Ipob, choose to fight for their freedom, not because they were compelled to. And as free men, they are doing what they are doing. That if in the end will die, let it be that it is not the useless currency of any word that have propelled us to do for what we have done or what we are going to do, only the love of our motherland. And I will acknowledge Him. Imana n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadio ịmana inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma. Without wasting much of our time, our topic this morning is simple: the overwhelming effect of conspiracy against the Biafrans. The overwhelming effect of the conspiracy against the Biafrans. It's overwhelming. The amount and level of conspiracy against us. I read an article somewhere along the line. Once you are a black American, you commit any crime, you will be hanged, you will be crucified. I could go back and begin to remember the assault case of people like O.J. Simpson, people like Aro Kelly. We can go on and begin to remember people like Mike Just, Bill Cosby, among others. These people were alleged to have assaulted women. They were harmed publicly, and calculative attempts are made to destroy them, everything they have lived for, everything they represented. They will dehumanize them and reduce them to animals. But is that happening the same thing to China, folks? Because some China animals come to Africa, rape our women, dehumanize them, but they are heroes. Is American people actually supposed to be free? Oh, they have the media. Hey, okay, word power. All you word power who are not sincere and righteous, and you feel what is good for the goose is not good for the ganja, you will know that kingdom rise and kingdom fall. But the point is that our people must not allow the effect of all these colonial terrorists gallivanting around the world in the guise of world power to overwhelm you. And then if it is a button we have to push, and then for 1,000 generations to come, they will remember us, and men will not do what they will do. Go to Vietnam. I can tell you, American is not in a hurry to fight any Korean nation any longer. Go to Vietnam, you will know what happened there. They were ordinary rice farmers. And between 1967 and thereabout, issue broke up. American as a world power, I must tell you, moved into to exterminate Vietnams. Today, the effect of American action and Vietnam action is what gave birth to AK-47 that they are using to kill us in Biafra land. It was called widow's maker. Vietnam have to respond. Go and watch 90% of the movie in regard to war fought out by American actors. They will tell you they've not recovered from Vietnam. But their world power. Okay, it is Biafra. No, kill them. You know, you have so many saboteurs in Biafra. You have so many animals in Biafra land. People will understand. But you will think, you will see one day. Nande Biafra boko bere sineme bike. No matter how small a fire is, a charcoal of fire is, you can't put it in your pocket. Biafrans all over the world, you must not allow the atrocity and the conspiracy against us to overwhelm you, as it has done to those who would have gone to represent us. Can't revoke bail of our leader. Can't revoke. You people around the globe, catch our leader and bring him back. Let's see if it will end it. Because you never embrace justice system. You will never stood up to speak for the interest of this man who calculative attempts were made to kill him. 28 people died in the line trying to protect him. And then if you are sincere enough, it's time to call Nigeria to order, because there is no country like Nigeria, no nation like Nigeria. Only zoo, only company of British government called Nigeria. Nobody is truly a Nigeria. Before IPOB emerged, a Yoruba from Ududuwa nation made it clear that Nigerian is like oil and water that they cannot miss. You ignored it and you settled the man and everybody become mute. The Hausa know that our way of life and that of theirs is not the same. That is why Boko Haram is prevalent, if for your information. But yet for one Nigerian to remain, they have to settle Hausa and Yoruba to make us one Nigeria, because our fathers who's gone before us was even the one who wanted one Nigeria in the first place. But let's come back so we can remain focused. I won't digress further. The overwhelming effect of conspiracy against the Biafran people. It is the factor responsible for the following. None of our people in the helm of affairs in the global community can speak in our favor. They can't speak for our favor. None of them. And some people begin to say, in fact, when I was arrested by DSS, the Awo Sabara Udambansa in charge of this very office called me and said, don't you know it is God that creates Nigeria? If it's not God, Nigeria will not be. But the God that creates Nigeria is guilty more than Boko Haram. Anybody, any supreme being or human being that creates Nigeria is worse than Satan, and he must burn in hell. Because my God can never create Nigeria, neither will any God create Nigeria. It is terrorists, Lugard, and British government that create Nigeria. And so if they are the God you tell me about in the Bible, and then their own suffer will be for all generation. He said to me, we have to live in one Nigeria. God created one Nigeria. Let's manage our one Nigeria. Why they are doing this thing is that there is a secret I will reveal one day. All of you will marvel, and then those who call themselves Niger Delta will know what they have, the power they have to crumble this zoo called Nigeria and be in control of their resources. Ogonima will know that there is one simple thing you need to do, and you become the one in control of your destiny. The overwhelming effect of conspiracy against us as a people. Nobody will come out and speak for us. If you ever think anybody is coming out to speak for us, you lie. Recently we're talking about Gardener Alize. Let me tell you the truth. Gardener Alize cannot speak for us. He is from Anambra State. Watch that video clip. It's not as if he don't know what to say. And then somebody say, no. They don't talk about religion. And then we are dying every day. Thunder will fire that religion. We are dying every day. But Gardener Alize cannot speak for us. He's from Anambra and one of the commanding officer in the Vatican. If he speak up, other people support him. If he appeal to their conscience to understand what we are going through as a people, maybe they begin to listen to him. The Awusa man in DSS office told me, all these things you people are doing, don't you know that if somebody like Nnamdi Azikiwe, it's Alexei Kwime, moves to the floor of the UN and say we want Biafra, he said then we will know that Biafra has come, we will move back. And then Alexei Kwime was alive. I remember I made a broadcast to that effect. Rather, I called our deputy Mazuchi Mefo, and I said something to that effect. Alexei Kwime was old then. He don't enjoy wine any longer. He don't even have concubine or girlfriend. Alexei Kwime sleep more then. Alexei Kwime has nothing to lose or to gain. Instead of Alexei Kwime to make a move and liberate his people once and for all time. But there is overwhelming influence that will make them, even in their old age, to remember it. It is this same overwhelming influence that makes most of our father not to even talk about war, because considering what they've gone through, it overwhelms them, and they say, "You have not seen war." There is nothing the eye will see to bleed blood. I have not seen it. That is the truth. But I eagerly want to know how it feels. For I know everybody will be allowed to fight by every means necessary. And so those terrorist nations who feed on the misery of our people can release nuclear weapon and wipe us away. But I will die one day on this battlefield knowing that I died for the truth. I died for righteousness. I died for the love of my motherland. I died that righteousness, justice, truth might prevail. It doesn't matter whose fault is got. And then bring it on. They will never speak for us. We move ahead to look at Chile Osuji. He's in ICC, International Criminal Court. He's a Biafran. He's from Imo State. He would have stood up and said, now let's examine the genocide against my people. He would have used his position to say, how can a dead man be in charge of Nigeria affair? He would have stood up and condemn many atrocities and inhuman degrading meted upon his people. But he will not do that, because the overwhelming influence of what will happen to him is not yet ready for it. The same thing some of us is, but make we leave one Nigeria, I beg, I no want trouble, I beg. Overwhelming effect of conspiracy against us as a people. Are we going to move on to talk about Okonji Iweala, who actually had a privilege, a position to speak, and people will listen? The best thing she can do, there is no road to her village, but she was able to come from wherever, God knows her where she's coming from, to tell you that election in Nigeria we hold. She can't do election. Okonji Iweala. All these people are not evil, I must tell you. But the overwhelming effect of what the colonial terrorists who call themselves master will do, oh my God, it's unbelievable. We can go on and talk about people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, people like Edwin Clark. We can go on and talk about all these people who had what it takes to speak, and the freedom of their people are granted. But the overwhelming effect will not allow them to do. None of them has ever spoken up, and may never be, because those who tried to do this in the past were hunted down like animal. And a very, how do I put this grammar? A very grievous inhuman treatment was meted on them, just to make an example out of them, that the next generation of our people may never try to work for the good of their people any longer. I took time and I studied those who tried to resist the terrorists when they invaded our land. Jaja of Ipob was one of them. He confronted these terrorists called British government, and they caught him. They handcuffed him and drive him all the way down to Ghana. And when they got there, he told them, for you to do business in our land, we must have agreement. He refused to compromise. They injected him, put him back in a vehicle. Before he got to Biafra land, he died. I remember people like Nana of Ishekiri. He said to them, Urubu and Ishekiri are one. As a community and Biafrans that we are, we have fought to make sure that terrorists don't steal anything. Most of you don't know why they built battalion barrack in Warri. Many Warri people who call themselves intellectual don't know. If I give you the history of that battalion barrack and River Air Tube, most of you will leave wherever you are and go and begin to do something inside that place. But I won't tell you, it's not yet time. But Yoruba and Hausa know. So when they are telling you Shekiri, Shekiri is Yoruba, Yoruba is Yoruba, you don't know what they are looking for. They are mad people. You are dragging for oil, whereas something worth more than oil is in your land. That which makes money insufficient is in Biafra land. Most of you are saying, mad people. And of Shekiri knew this truth. He was killed. There is another they call Ezinri. Ezinri, in fact, was considered a god, because nobody saw his face. But what these British terrorist animals did was to unveil his face and made everybody to believe that he's a human. He was arraigned before British court, dehumanized until he was killed. We can go on and on and on. We can go on to people like Alameshie, people like useless Iburi among others, who think that they can betray their people along the line and somehow become relevant. These people like Simon Bakwi, they actually try to work to develop their place. But the British government, the people, the evil people who are feeding from the misery of the Biafran people, who want Biafran dead, they rose up immediately. They frustrated them, making them an example that the next generation of Biafrans will not be able to speak up again. And today, no governor will speak up for you. No senator will speak up for you. Because the moment you say anything, you are gone. Senator Abaribe, for even going to bail his own brother, is not yet free from their claws, because they will deal with him so that no senator will ever come and bail us again. But you must understand that sometimes when you see our governors, leaders of thought, opinion, modern monarchs who are not standing up to fight for our defense, it's not because they don't know the truth. They know it is because of the overwhelming effect of the conspiracy against us. And you know, they say if you cannot beat them, you join them. But in IPOB, we do not join. If we cannot beat them, then let us die trying. That is why we say it is Biafra or death. Overwhelming effect. They make example out of you. They pick some people now among our people and they make them agent of deception, to help them have a testimony against us as a people, as you can already see. And so what they do now is they come to Biafra land, they pick somebody like 3 people, the people like Nayanwodu, they pick and pick and pick and pick, and they tell them, let us warn you, you are going to be the next chairman of the whole religion in the world. The reason is that you are going to testify against your people if any of them misbehave. They now pick you, they say you are the best mathematician. Of course, they are Biafra. They pick some of our people to use them as a testament against us in the nearest future, peradventure will rise. If we do anything today now, I swear to the Almighty God, if we pick arm today now and fight Nigerian state, including British government, it is our own people that will go to ICC and write a petition against us. Not because we are wrong, but because of the overwhelming effect of what the terrorist master will do to them. But one truth I want you to know this morning is that there is no way the power of man will be greater than that of God. That is not possible. We're not fighting with just Nigerian government. We are fighting with principalities. We are fighting with demons. We are fighting with wicked spirits in the heavenly places. We are fighting with British government. We are fighting with so many world power. Come to the interring. You will know the evil and atrocity committed against us. You will know how many native doctors we are fighting. You will know how many useless pastors and Shabbatarians we are fighting. You will know how many Satan we are fighting. But if we are alive today, it's not because we have anything that can actually stand them. It is because God Almighty is with us. He is the power that paves the way ahead of us. And what He said we will do, and where we lead, we will go. It is this overwhelming effect of what those who went before us has encountered. That is the reason why they are not speaking up against what is happening to us as a people. But make no mistake about it, all of this is as a result of the international politics played against us by those who want our resources. So if you are sitting somewhere and thinking that God will do it one way or the other, then think again. For God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Everything you see happening to us as a people, nobody is saying anything. The Chief Justice of Nigeria is a Sharia lawman. Everybody in Nigeria is evil. The armies are killing us. Our people cannot speak up politically. They are emasculating our senators. Nobody can say anything against us. And everybody keep quiet somewhere. We have to go to church. Now, you don't know. When we talk to church, people say, don't talk religion. You people don't know what is coming to, including Islam. But I believe that the church will fall first before the Islam. And somebody will say, Jesus have said, the gate of hell will not prevail against Nigeria, against the church of Jesus Christ. It's a lie. The gate of hell is prevailing already. And the church Jesus mean is not a Redeemed Christian church. It's not Winners Chapel. It's not St. Bottles and Kaikai. The church Jesus Christ mean is the temple. Your body. The gate of hell. The gate of Islam will not overthrow, will not prevail against true Christians. Because there are two Christians. There is a song that I used to say, on the last day, only true believers will be raptured. On the last day, only true believers will be raptured. Which means there are many fake believers. And I tell you, all these fake believers, the church of Satan will prevail over all of you. Of course, right? Satan, a church of Satan already. The same way we sing to you. On the last day, only true Biafrans will be raptured. On the last day, only true Biafrans will be raptured. Some people are saying, it's only Igbo that is Biafra. Only Igbo that is Biafra. Are you, even if you are Igbo and only Igbo is a Biafra, are you a true Biafra? You will not be raptured that day. No, he just gives the name Biafra. He just the original Biafra. If you are not a true one, you are not going anywhere. For God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Don't let anybody deceive you. Everybody can deploy their nuclear weapon, bring in your warship, or the one you throw in Hiroshima, bring all the AK-47, bring it to Biafra land. You people don't know what is happening. If we are here to take that which belongs to another, may they kill us without mercy. May we be buried and never be remembered. But if we are here fighting to define our right to self-determination, first of all, God given and recognized by the United Nations Charter and actually endorsed by Geneva Convention, and I tell you, those of you who are from playing international politics to undo us, your children will suffer more than we have suffered. You see, And so when you see these people who are supposed to speak up for us, they can never speak up for us because that position given to them is actually to compromise the Biafran restoration project. They will never tell you this truth. But you must understand that no matter what they do, it is too late for them. There is, no matter the thickness of a blanket, it can never blot out the sun from shining. And don't forget, we are the land of the rising sun. But the point is, do not sit back and say somewhere along the line God is going to do it somehow, somewhere. He will not do for man what man should do for themselves. And so every Biafran across the globe, don't let anybody deceive you. Your comfort in America, your comfort in China, your comfort in Europe, your comfort anywhere will not save all of you. We will give you a horror film. We will give you a horror film. That this film will hunt down your children. For the journey has already begun. Those who really love peace, it's time to negotiate about Nigeria. Those who love Biafrans, this is the time for you to stand up and speak. It has been over 200 years, or maybe 400 years, that people have gone through here. And everything you are thinking you're hiding from us, we know already. It will unveil itself one way after the other. The world will revolt against itself. They said there was world war. One useless man committed crime, and they say it's a world war. Then second world war. Another useless man for selfish interest. They say it's a world war. Maybe the third world war. Maybe the Armageddon will be not because of the interest of a single man, but because of the interest of the people of God. That thing you think you have will fail you. If we are here to take that which belongs to another, we will fall like a pack of cards. But if it is to protect our people, the very justice system that the world denies us our right to exist as a human, all of you will fall. There was a time the Babylonians ruled, the Medians and the Persians, the Grecians. The Romans and the Britain and America now, another world power, it looks as if nobody will stop them. Rome conquered and conquered and conquered. These emperors conquered and conquered and conquered. But the words of Marcus Aurelius, he said, when a man sees his end, he begins to wonder, was there really any purpose for what we have done here? But it was too late for Marcus Aurelius to retrace his step. He was murdered by his own son. But there are no more. I don't even think Rome control anything these days. I think they have a prostitute industry. Because more than 70% of black people are in Rome. Black women are in Rome selling their bombo. Prostitute. What do they have? Is it Vatican City? But if they have told them they will be like that one day, they will not believe. Where is Babylon? Among others. So when you think you are indisposable, you are untouchable, you are invisible, you lie, you are a shame and you are a disgrace. Only the Almighty Creator. But it is only the good things that you do here today that will echo into eternity. How will you be remembered when all this is over? As the nation that helped them to exterminate the breed of Biafrans, or as the nation that helped Biafrans to have the right to govern themselves through governing to self? How will you be remembered? As people who are stealing oil from our land and you think we don't know, and you are pretending as if it's okay? How will you be remembered? What power my foot? How will you be remembered? Except you stand up for righteousness, except you stand up for the truth. Our leader said something some time ago. Only one thing moves our people. That is the truth. Say the truth, all of them will follow you. But lie, they will look at you and keep quiet. They may not be able to do anything today, but somewhere along the line they will reciprocate. They will respond to your stupidity and your hopelessness and your insincerity. Who will stand up and go for us? Who will stand up and say the truth for the Biafran people, irrespective of what they are stealing and thinking that if they say the truth, they will not be able to have access to all these criminal things again? Stand up and say the truth. Biafrans, you must understand. You must understand that why most of our people cannot speak up for us is because of the overwhelming influence of what the terrorists invading nations will do to us, to them. Why most of them will not stand up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people is because they were actually placed there to stand as a testimonial and as a testament against us as a people. But the truth remains that nobody can stop Biafra. Nobody born by woman, nobody born through cesarean operation, nobody born through incubator, no mortal that has flesh and blood running in their system, no mortal that has a day of birth and a day of death can stop Biafra restoration market. No man wa hone kwa mi heme we kwa wa bebu abobo hin so aso so hin wa ju griso en okay. No man is mo wa furu kufuri kwen wa hu ikokoko. Then we must continue. Nobody can stop Biafrans. I'll be back in a minute.
Biafra in London, Biafra in Germany, Biafra everywhere. Biafra in Russia, Biafra in Malaysia, everybody likes it. They tried to kill us many years ago, killing the people of Biafra, destroying the people of Biafra. Not somebody said to all the idolists, respect the leader of indigenous people. Nobody can stop Biafra, I say it. Nobody can stop Biafra. Nobody can stop Biafra because Biafra is strong. You can jail the leader of Biafra. You can kill the people of Biafra. God never change their decision. Every time I play this about Biafra, wish me vision. Every time I sing this about Biafra, wish me vision. They tried to kill us many years ago, killing the people of Biafra, destroying the people.
At this moment, I must tell you our lines are open. No matter what they do, they cannot overwhelm us. Facebook is fighting us. Everybody is fighting us. Are we killing anybody? But they are defending Boko Haram. They are defending Fulani henchmen. They are defending evil and atrocity against humanity. But yet all of them are fighting against us. We are the first country in Africa to initiate the right to self-determination. Yet they are trying to stop us. They want to make sure, no, they will never get this freedom. Who the hell do they think they are? What the hell do they think they can do? 10 million died to defend us without the knowledge we have today. And if 20 million will die to still defend Biafran territory, after about 58 years later, you will know that if we fail, then in another 58 years later, you will plan and we will plan. And the next generation will never be like another. If we die 10 million Biafrans today to defend our territory, and then we are hopeless and we are not the true children of our father. If our father with gun and firewood will confront people with a ballistic missile and they sustain this very pressure for 3 years with British government among other terrorists, Egypt and Russia trying to reduce us, wipe us away, you should understand what we're going to do this very generation. We will suffer the more if Nigeria remain, and if Nigeria remain, we will be more dogged. Of course, our lines are open and our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642 070 815 45642 is our WhatsApp number. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Our direct line once again is 081 221 52971. And the special number dedicated to the female, when I mean the female, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our wife, our aunties, our grandmothers, our girlfriends. Maybe you have concubine, your concubine, only female. Special number dedicated to them is 081 288 58614. 081 288 58614. And like I said before, our numbers are open and you're free to call. So when you see those who are supposed to move ahead and speak for you and they are not speaking, do not worry, they are reacting to the effect the overwhelming effect of the terrorist colonial masters. But we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Prince Awoke Chibike. I am calling from Abakaliki province. Good morning, my dear brother, and good morning to all Biafrans. Good afternoon and good evening to those of them, depending on your time zone. I must have to continue to commend you for your good work, Master George Onibe. May the God of Biafra land continue to strengthen you, give you more wisdom, understanding above all, knowledge to continue the good job you are doing for us Biafrans. My dear brother, I feel very great this morning. After my call yesterday morning, one of a brother who happens to recognize my name through the program drove directly to my house and began to ask me the number that I used to reach you people, and that made me to be very, very happy that there are so many people who are interested to belong to Biafra family. But the problem is that some of them don't.
The problem is the overwhelming effect of these terrorists around us. Overwhelming effect. They don't know what will happen to them the next minute. They don't know how it's going to look the next minute. Overwhelming effect of how many terrorist nations that are against us. Boko Haram is a child's play. Fulani herdsmen and Miatiala are nothing. Only my village people will wipe them away. But the overwhelming effect of what British government among other nations hiding, we will mention their name. Since they are playing their politics, international politics against our people in the hiding, we keep quiet. Anyone that will come out.
Brother, you need to come and see what the Fulani herdsmen are doing around here. I'm talking to you. I am calling from Izambo, the Huku local government area.
Of course, we know.
2 days ago.
We know.
A brother came to my house 2 days ago. The report to me was, he found that I've been in a better position to know how to tackle the problem. He said that some Fulani herdsmen destroyed his farm crops. I said, do you know any of, can you identify any of them? He said, yes, that he collected one of the Aboki's number. I said, okay, what is it? He gave it to somebody that you are not serious. Somebody gave you his number, and instead of you to write that number, even if you don't have a phone with you, you gave the number to another person. So that is why they are damaging your crops. And before you know it, they destroyed the whole farm. Somebody started planting since dry season last year that he is hoping to feed from there, including his family, and somebody will just come from nowhere and destroy it. It's uncalled for. And you know, people should stand up. Should stand up for this struggle. It's high time we need to realize our past mistakes. It's very bad that somebody will make a mistake today, tomorrow will go into the same mistake and still continue with that. Where am I going to end? I prefer that this struggle around, everybody should come out and then join hands. Let's see how we can secure a good future for our children, our unborn children, our unborn great-grandchildren. That we have a better life when we are passing through.
Thank you very much.
Brother, I feel very, very painful this morning. But then let me just give you for my other brothers, the lovers of IPOB and Biafra, to their own view. May God continue to bless you, strengthen you, and then keep doing a good job.
We are not going
away.
We must continue. The truth remains that yes, the overwhelming effect of the conspiracy against us as a people is what makes some people move back. I no go talk. If a man come rape the whole women in your community, kill anybody that resists them, they go free. Nobody can bring them down, because if you bring them down, Nigerian army, as directed by British government, will level that community, turn it to a car park, as Obasanjo said he will do to OD. And now when you see what they did to OD, nobody can defend us. The overwhelming effect makes them to be mute. If you think your senators and your governors will speak for you, you will lie and you are not sincere, you do not know the truth. The overwhelming effect will make them stop, because considering what they did to Alam is here, what they did to Simon Bakwe, what they are doing to what is this useless man named from Delta State? Ibori. Who dare stand up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people? What they did to Ambrusali, among others. You will know without the intervention of the Almighty God, Mazen Nandekanu will not be doing what he's doing. Don't let anybody deceive you. Biafra must be restored. Our people must be aware of the effect of this overwhelming conspiracy against us as a people. And then let us stand up once and for all. Push this evil down. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead. The word is listening. Magewa.
Yeah, my name is Ndubisi Ogalo Ihebike Nze. Judge the Ekene Derege. Chukwu Okike Abịama ga-agọzi.
Ekene dịrị Chukwu Okike Abịama.
Oke dịrị Chukwu Okike Abịama.
Ise.
Onye wepụtara ụdị mmadụ uru. Kwuru na agwa anyị nke ga-eziokwu. Akụkọ gị tata, ihe ndị ọcha megoro anyị. Ị na-akpọ King Jaji of Opopo. Kedu maka Igbo obodo? Kedu maka Okoro Ntamanze? Kedu maka onye Amaneke? Ị na ndị wepụtara onwe ha ịnụso ndị ọcha ọgụ. Egbufuo ha, tinye ndị be anyị ụjọ n'ime. Ma ihe m na-ekwu bụ na okwu ụbọchị tata ịkọpụtara ihe ndị a niile na mmụọ niile n'ala Biafra ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Ha ncha ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Ihe Chukwu na Chukwu ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Ebi n'ọkpada ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Amadioha ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Biafra nke ma ha ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Amariko Abatete ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Ozekona ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Okwurike ga-ebi n'ọgụ. Mmụọ niile na ala Biafra ga-echekwaba ndị niile ji ezigbo obi ha uwe na-azọ ala Biafra. Asị m ka Chukwu Okike Abịama chekwaba Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, chekwaba Maazị Uche Mmefo, chekwaba gị nwa, chekwaba ndị niile na-ewepụta oge ha na redio Biafra wee na-ekwu okwu. Asị m onye nwere anachite azụ na omenala be anyị, onye ka anyị ga-eji nweta Biafra. Anyị agaghị eji chi ndị ọzọ wee nweta Biafra. Kristianity uchi ndị ọzọ. Anyị ga-eji omenala be anyị. Nachi azụ na ka ndị nna nna anyị ha si wefee Chukwu Okike Abịama. Otu ahụ ka anyị ga-esi wee nweta Biafra n'ihe ntọ ọzọ. Na-asị ndị be anyị hapụrụ ịdaba na ihe ndị ọcha, chi ndị ọzọ. Onye ọ na-anachi anyị naanị na-ekpo ọkụ ka anyị jegodo anyị be anyị. Ihe anyị be anyị na ya emeghe ego, anyị ahapụgo chi nna nna anyị ha ejefee chi ndị ọzọ. Ha mere anyị ebere ka anyị lachite azụ. Ma emechaa anyị nna anachite azụ gotecha na be anyị. Ọ gaghị ete aka Biafra abịa. Na ihe nkwa Chukwu kwuru Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ana m asụ ka Chukwu Okike Abịama ihe nyere anyị aka ka anyị mara nke bụ eziokwu. Na ndọcha zụkwa na ọnwụ na anyị mara eziokwu na eziokwu ga-eme ka anyị pụọ n'ohu. Mana ndị be anyị achọghị ịghọta ihe ahụ. Eche nọ mgbe a mara Jizọs Kraịst mara nke ahụ na amatara eziokwu. Mba, ọ mgbe anyị matara ntọ na ala Chukwu Okike Abịama tọrọ ndị be anyị ka anyị ga-eji were mara nke bụ eziokwu pụọ n'ohu. Awa mmasị Chukwu Okike Abịama nyere anyị niile aka. Aha m bụ Nze Maazị Ndubisi Obialọ. Enugu province, Emenite zone where na-akpọ.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must understand the truth cannot be overemphasized. The overwhelming influence of what they did, what they are doing, their conspiracy against us as people will not stop all of us, because some of us are actually ungifted. We have the capacity to mutate and become whatever you want. But let it be simple. Let us go. Many of them will not wake up, not because they don't want to wake up. They are waking already. We call it Oremenyora in my place. You know, there is a time you ask children to wake up from the bed. Many of them are waking. The other one will just close one eye, pretend they are still sleeping. We call it Oremenyora. It's deceiving you people. Many of our people are waking. They are doing Enyora. because of the overwhelming influence of all these terrorists, vultures, waiting to feed on the misery of our people, on the carcass of the body of our people want to do. But our people must know that we are not here to do. Anything they want to do, let them do. You revoke, you don't revoke. You vocal, you did not vocal. You give justice, you did not give vulture. The only thing that will save the zoo called Nigeria, the whole of West Africa, the whole of African nation, including Europe, is to let us go. That thing you fear will come upon you. South Africa is crying. Many countries in Africa are crying. Black live, black live. Take statistics of the black people in your country. Anywhere you are across the globe hearing my voice, you will see that 99% of black people in your country, they are Biafrans. So why are we running from our land? We have oil, we have coal, we have gold, we have gas, we have so many resources that will make us to be comfortable in our life. But yet we are the one gallivanting the whole of the planet Earth as fugitives. Have you asked yourself why we are doing that? Now the truth you have to know is that at the end of the day, you are just crying. You don't know our population. Only 10 enter your country, you are crying. Hey, you don't take over our business. Hey, you don't the migrants that will enter Europe will drink all the river in Europe dry. It look unbelievable, but it is believable. Build high walls now, O ye world power, and get ready to expect migrants to your land. If you want me anywhere, so you crucify me, come in, let me come. But of course, you can't stand before me in a competent court jurisdiction, because you know what we fight for is our right as human. BDO world powers, for you are about to receive foreigners, migrants. Only people who are hungry now are frustrating all of you. Only hungry Biafrans are frustrating all of you. Imagine those who will run under the shield of bullets. And then there is issue. You want some of us to be Muslim? Now we are. You want some of us to be Christian? Now we are. You want some of us to be terrorists? Now we are. Now you want some of us to be men of God? Now we are. You will get all of us. Do you know what is concussion? Go and miss Ogogoro Akpatashi with Brukutu. Pour it beer, hero, star, many beer. Mix it together, that is concussion. You know the end result. It can even generate electricity that the zoo, NEPA, and other power electricity providing services cannot afford. And they are mad people. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I hear you, Mazonye. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Go ahead, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Amu. Kankuna Sunki, Kankuna Subai.
Gawani Ruma Chineke no wasusu inuigu adi amama.
Amu Tochukwa Palang. I'm from India. I'm from Omombra province. Achina province, Biafra land. So I'm a principal officer, not Delhi deputy coordinator, India. So I thank you. Of my Kelekojan do I mazu Odogunan de Carlo. Kelonian Sote Mazi Uche. Therefore, a Keledronia Bonam. A Kelekolam Dilana Hoputro Muha Limo Keledronia one. Mazoni Beno, the zoo country, they think they are frustrated us, but they are waiting their time. No matter of intimidation will stop our freedom. You all for Hamid, they are just waiting their time. No, they're just wasting their time. I remember the last 2 days ago in Kefi, my brother, one day working in Kefi, Nasarawa State. Now, those government is disturbing our brothers and sisters in the market. Nima and Kefi, Nasarawa State. No matter of intimidation, they're pushing one on why. When we all got pushing one on why, Nigeria we could call one nearby. No, I will move to Pokiabiama. I will move to Pokiabiama. But when what of intimidation that push our freedom, we must have one on one. We must. Nothing will stop our freedom. Nothing. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, my brother. We must continue. We must continue. Biafrans across the globe must understand one thing. The overwhelming effect of the conspiracy against us can never and should never be allowed to bring us down as a people. We must go home. Caller on the line, where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Morning, Mazi. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good morning, Biafrans all over the world. I want to use this opportunity.
Are you still there? Because I think the Zoo Epileptic Network is on it again. The guy is still on the line, but then the network has cut him off. But we must continue. If you are expecting that any governor will speak for you, any senator will speak for you, Biafran extraction, they can be the chairman of world decision-making body anywhere in one useless, God-forsaken country who claim to be world power, you lie. Because the conspiracy against us as a people is overwhelming. It is overwhelming that even when they get there, they can never stand up to speak for you. It is overwhelming that it's because they were properly instructed not to speak for you. It is overwhelming that if they dare try to stand up to speak for you as a Biafran, they are gone as a people. They will be endized. Can you hear me call on the line?
Hello, see, if you study Joseph in Egypt, Joseph was in the prison talking, expecting somebody to talk for him, to explain to him, but nobody explained to him. But when the God of heaven, who created him and promised him that he will deliver him and make him a king in Egypt, come, him to do for him. So don't mind about what our politicians are doing to us in Nigeria. Time is coming when God in heaven will come down and explain to us. Are you hearing me?
Yes, of course I am. No. I'm not remembering them. I'm only telling our people. Anybody sitting back and say, hey, why is our governor not talking? Why is our senator not talking? Why is our king not talking? Why is the criminal who claimed to be pastor not talking? That means it will not come. I am making them to understand this morning that the overwhelming influence and presence of terrorists all around us and what they will do to them, those who have even tried to speak for us, is what is overwhelming many of them to remain mute. But irrespective of their overwhelmingness, they must understand that God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Yes. That is why we are here.
They cannot speak for us. They cannot speak for us. Only God will speak for us. We should not expect them to come to speak for us because they have already they are adulterated. They have already been confused by the money that the zoo are giving to them. So there's no how they will come and they speak for us. So the only thing we believe is God. When God is heaven, we do, He will come to speak for us. So I am called. My name is Pastor Elam. I'm calling from Abakaleke, the state province.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We are not going anywhere. We are not in a hurry. Yes, of course, they have their own plan to undo us. They are making every effort, like our leader would say, Mazen and the Kano, to push us into premature action. But it's not about the action. It is about the freedom. This is one truth they must know. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line.
I called before and the line was broken.
Okay. Thank God you're able to make it back.
What I was saying before is Nnamdi Kanu is the most trusted person I can trust anytime, any day. Like the last caller said, nobody is here to talk for us. We are. God is here for us. I am Ipob calling from Aba, a native of Ibere, Bendel, Group.
Go ahead.
So my people in Ibere, this is time. The people in Alai, this is the time. There is no other time to join IPOB. Like on 3 days ago, I was speaking to supporters of the politicians in Bende. They told me they have their hands are tied. I told them, use your hands. You are the one that will lose your hand. Because the struggle is not for the politician, it's for the IPOB. Those who have faith in Biafra, not everybody. Are you hearing me, George Onibe? So what I'm saying, if you are still supporting any politician in Ibere or in Bende as a whole, please withdraw and join IPOB. IPOB is the moving trend. Nobody will speak for us. That is what our Lord Mazen has said earlier on. It's only God, Chukwu Kabiyama, will give us Biafra. United Nations, their hands are also tied because they have eaten what they have not supposed to eat. So what I'm saying, let everybody, everyone who is from the East, the people from the East are special people right from the Bible, right from the days of the Bible. Let us come together and build our nation. Let us not look up to those who are eating from the Nigeria purse. It's we that will restore our land, and we must restore our land. So, George Onibe, there is one thing I want to emphasize this morning. Last weekend, I was in my home in Maryland. Then I was asking one of the elders whom I believe that can say the truth. I said, why? Our great grandfathers, their names are David, Ezekiel, Reuben, and Jeremiah. What is the connection between this biblical name? Because these men are called, these are our grandfathers that I'm talking about now. Some of them died before the white man came, and some died after the white man. And their names are biblical names. What is the secret? The man just told me the truth. We are the lost tribe of Israel. We are Israel. We are not any other people that we are from Israel. I said I know because of the name, our family name. Those days, our grandfathers, their names are David, Jonah. In my place where I came from, these men I'm talking about, they are more than 200 years now, 1-something years before the white man came. So which means we have been answering this name before white men came. We are the Jews of the Bible. Biafrans are the Jews of the Bible. So believe it or you leave it, we are the Jews of the Bible. I want to talk again about the government of the state. Abia State, that is where we are. This man has bring himself into power. We also expect him to bring himself into work. Not that now that he has bring himself into power. Let him bring himself into work and do some work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, George.
We must continue. God bless you.
I remain Igbo Krete, a native of Igbere, calling from Aba.
Thank you.
May God bless all Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom.
Including
in your gracious name, I pray.
You see. Once again, for their voice of doubt, our lines remain open. Like I said earlier, our WhatsApp number is 070-815-070-815-45642. Our WhatsApp number once again is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 288-58614. Our direct line is 288-58614, and the special number dedicated to the female is 081-221-52971. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, I'm Frank. I'm calling from Germany.
Go ahead, my brother. The word is listening.
Good morning, my brother Marunibe. Thank you for this program. You have educated so many of us. This has been the reason why our politicians, our monarchs, our pastors, they are all kick mood because they know what will befall them from this terrorist nation who call themselves world powers. But one thing they should understand that nobody is greater than the Almighty God. The Bible says we should say the truth, and the truth will set us free. Time shall come, they will reap whatever they sow. As long we live on this earth, everybody will reap whatever he has sown. But nevertheless, this set of Biafrans, we must restore Biafra. It is time for us to restore Biafra. No matter what they do, we must restore Biafra.
I'm trying to use this. I want to use this opportunity to call on our Agbo people to wake up. It is time. We shouldn't expect anybody to speak for us. Yes.
Omegu Yeji any number text message on this line.
Hello?
Omegu Yeji any number text message on this line. Then add you on WhatsApp.
Okay. No problem.
No, please.
So I want to use this opportunity to talk to my people. Ndagbo Dodoni Ogin Rugwanye Giliyotone Rice Island King Azipo. These people have seen that these politicians will never speak for us. Imagine these politicians are there. All our seaports in the eastern region is being seized. All our international airports does not exist. We are jobless. And these things are things that will provide jobs for us. But yet our politicians, our monarch, our pastors, they are all keep mode. These people are evil. These people are not speaking for the interest of our people. It is high time we should stand up. It is high time we should join this struggle. Ndagbo Dodoni. Ogun Rele na Igidi Oto. Nice on me journey right Island King Asipo Dodoni. Mazi George Onibe, thank you. Thank Mazi Nandekano. This program has educated so many of us. All I've learned in this platform, I've never learned right from my childhood. All the school I went to, I've never known anything about my history. I've never known anything about where I'm coming from, neither where I'm going to. But thank God for today. Thank God for a person like Mazi Nandekano who has brought light in our land. My people, we should stand up and fight for what just cause. Biafra is the last hope of our people. Biafra is the last hope of our people. Nigerian government does not mean well for us. It is high time we go back to where we are coming from. It is high time we go back to our tradition. Even in the Bible says we should respect our tradition. It says we should honor our tradition. And if you come to think of it, most of our tradition is aligned with the Bible. It is high time we go back. It is high time we do the needful. We are all Christians, but we should do the needful. Thank you, everyone. Mazi George, thank you for giving me this platform to speak to our people. Majority of our youth will be working over there. Majority, if the seaport in Warri starts working today, majority of the Delta youth will be working. Why is our politicians keeping news upon this thing? Why are they keeping news? We have seaport, we have refinery. Okay, imagine now we have the oil, but all the whole headquarters of our refineries are in Lagos.
Of course.
They are all in Abuja.
Yes.
Imagine we
even have seaport inside Sambisa Forest.
Imagine with the Easterners. If we want to ship something from abroad, we must come through Lagos. Why?
Because we are conquered people.
With the Easterners, if someone like me, if I want to come to Nigeria, I will use 5 hours to land in Nigeria. I will use 7 hours to drive from Lagos to my hometown. Why?
When you have less than 40 minutes from Warri to Abo, is less than 25 minutes or 10 minutes.
Why would they so out like this?
They are overwhelmed.
Why is these people so wicked?
They are overwhelmed because the enemy or the real enemy of our people has made an example out of them. Anyway, thank you very much.
Look at everywhere it's overpopulated because of the seaport. Why not open the one in Warri so that our youth can work?
Why would they open it? So you begin to fight for your power?
Why is this people so wicked?
It will end. Thank you very much. I'm happy for you. You are Boman now. About 5 years or 6 years ago, we say we are not Igbo or we are not Biafrans. And many of our people are still saying that stupidly and hopelessly.
Nobody should tell us. Nobody should tell us that again because my name is Ngozi. What is Ngozi?
Ngozi is Arab name.
I have 5 brothers and 1 girl. The one I see here is Chukwu Emeke. The one that see me is Ifeanyi Chukwu. The one just the other one is Uche.
No, that one is Arab Igbo. It's Arab Igbo. That's your Igbo name is Arab Igbo. Please don't mention it again. It's Arab Igbo.
I could remember when I was in Keja, I was looking for, because then was my first time in Lagos. I was looking for me to go to my direction. I was asking some people, please, I'm looking for so person. I'm from so place. They say Delta Igbo. I say, Delta Igbo. So I'm not Delta Igbo. Whereas in Akbar they say we are not an Igbo people.
My own in the same Lagos, my first employment in life when I left school was in Nigerian Port Authority. The head of Nigerian Authority that time was a Yoruba woman they call Ogundipe. I was interviewed. I was the person who they gave the employment to resume work the next day. They have placed a Yoruba person there, a Yoruba Onyoshi chameleon people. And I said I was supposed to be here. I was asked to resume today. The woman in charge of that place, so I am on when it comes to dehumanize me, I am on Igbo. But when it comes to steal oil in my land, I am on Delta. Thank you very much.
God will punish all of them. They must read for what they sow.
Of course.
Thank you. I'll sign out from here.
No. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please. The word is listening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. Is that a female or a male?
Female.
Okay, go ahead. Adadinorama.
My name is Ibunaya.
Oh, no. You are not supposed to be there. So sorry for that. Yes, a caller on the WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Ubunaya, that line is meant for the female. Please do not call it next time. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Okay, my comrade, I am hearing you loud and clear. Yes, I just want to thank you for this morning sermon because you always new with fresh anointing every morning. And the problem we are facing now is the mentality of those of us, even I am included, those of us listening. Are they willing to do the needful? Because what happens yesterday during our leaders' broadcast was a kind of a total conspiracy, that is the world is against us now. Because I don't see the reason why our leader will be on air. Those of them that are providing services for us will switch off their system without any notice. The satellite is down. The satellite was down. The Facebook was totally down. And because when it was eating,
they have the right to switch it off because they own the technology. But that right that enables them to switch it off, forgetting that we are paying for these services, should always advise them. They should shut it down permanently. People will say, "Mama no go sleeping, go sleep." They can shut it down whenever they like. It belongs to them. But let it remain permanently shut down. People will say, "Mama no go sleeping, no go sleep." They think we are joking. Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network have started. Facebook cut me off. All the network providing services in Nigeria shut down. So the world will know that when we come out to talk, there are people who are never comfortable. There are people who will never get themselves. So shut down. What are you waiting for? Facebook? MTN, Airtel, Etisalat, Glo. All of it shut down. So whatever they want to do, they must understand this is our land. This is our time. They are not going anywhere. Can you hear me? Call on the line. Can you hear me? And of course, the same Zoo Epileptic Network. Like I said, please, network providers, shut us down. Close it. It's your turn. but you are not going anywhere. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
If you can hear me, go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Okay, I can hear you loud and clear, my brother. Good morning, all Biafrans. Good morning, all freedom, lovers of freedom. My name's Okori Francis Onyebuchi. I'm calling from Germany. Please, I want to speak in my dialect. I'm with Bunwafibo. Biko, onye ọbụla wụsị na-asụ Igbo, ị na-asụ Ikwere, ị na-asụ Igbo, ị na-asụ Efik, ị na-asụ ka ọbụla ị na-asụ. Ihe m chọrọ ịgwadebe ndị Igbo, election 2019 has come and gone. Ọ bịagola. Ihe a na-asị na ahụ ka I focus on what will make us happy. My main aim of calling this radio for this morning is to tell the whole world. Let me speak in English so that some people around will hear, will understand. I am in Europe. You think you people back home there, you think we are enjoying in Europe? No, we're not enjoying anything. That is why we are clamoring, we are agitating to come back home. No place like home, my brothers and sisters. I still stand and maintain my status quo that no place is like home. You will only think, oh, he is in America, he is in Germany, he is in Japan, he is in Russia, he is in Russia. No. If you see what that your sister, your brother, your uncle is suffering, what he is encountering over there, brother, sister, you will amaze. You will be shocked of what you see or what you will be hearing from them. We are trying to come home doesn't mean that we are stupid. One only bonasuna is left for him. We are ready to go home. And the Obonasa being our student Amazon Namdekano Kaimenia Bikono, let us come home. I'm on a very good day. After I restore Biafra, they will still come and join. We are not against that. In honor here in Europe, if food discrimination, they will discriminate you, they will make you look like a food, they will crawl on the ground.
The truth is that any European that is making a black man to look stupid is actually the one that is stupid. Anybody who call himself China, Japan, any color people, they are Caucasian, they are yellow, they are pink, they are purple, who look as a black man and think they are fool, is the most hopeless Homo sapien. Because Homo sapien, human being and their kind, none of them has suffered what the blacks have suffered. And if they ever suffered it, they will be gone as a people. And today we are still there. And somewhere along the line, they think they're going to exterminate us. They are the most hopeless. Go and ask Theresa May. She's a prostitute, an Islamist, and a hopeless terrorist who is sinful. No wonder she doesn't have a child. Because with the hatred and wickedness in her heart, her womb cannot function. God will punish all of them. Go and ask Awosa. They don't know what it means to own a family. They don't know what it means to run a family. So when they are busy destroying families across Biafra land, it's not their fault, and they will never know. Go and ask Yoruba. They can try and blackmail other people, but they will always blackmail themselves. Go and watch the enemy of all Yoruba people in the history. Yoruba man has always been the enemy of Yoruba man. They may try to cover it with the media, but we are coming for all of them. We are only calling on Biafra people. Do not allow the atrocity of these people against us to overwhelm them, that they can no longer stand for the truth. But some of us are the antidote to all this nonsense. Go ahead, and sorry for interrupting you.
No problem, brother. I understand your feelings. I feel as well. Listen, go and ask anybody in Europe, in America, in Asia. Have you ever seen a real Hausa man or Fulani man here in Europe? As we, the children of Biafrans, are scattered all over the Europe and America, they will only be.
That is Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller.
Good morning, man.
Go ahead. Good morning, please.
Good morning. My name is Oyedikachi Joseph, calling from Neu-Ulm, Germany.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much for your beautiful work. You know, every morning I listen to your program, listen to your program, to your preach. This is exactly what is called preaching. Not this useless Bible they bring to us to confuse us. My brother, I am calling on the so-called southeast or south or southwest or south north, or how do they call it?
Upland, bottom line, sideline.
Yes, my brother. To welcome to do the needful. This is time. This is time. Let us free. No one that does not like freedom. Huh? We are suffering everywhere. We are suffering everywhere. We are dying in the sea. We are dying in hunger. We are dying by these Boko Haram terrorists. We are dying everywhere. Okay, we that is outside here. We are in Germany here. I've been here for 5 years. Doing nothing, my friend. They give you job today, they take it back. Before you know, they put you in deportation camp. They bring you out, they put you back. That is what they are doing to us here, we the Biafrans here.
So you can
that is what we are suffering here, everywhere in the world.
We are aware. In fact, personally, I'm a victim of all those things. When you call somebody in abroad, it looks like you want to beg money. It's because they don't have money. It is because it's not easy for them. It is because the greener pasture they are looking for, the people are actually meticulously and very systematically, I must tell you, diplomatically impoverishing our people, killing our people, dehumanizing them, and yet they come out and deceive themselves. Who are they deceiving? Who are they deceiving? I think they were the one coming to steal slave here in Africa. Now they are the one chasing Africa away. The slave now is coming to serve you. Collect us now. It's just the same thing I'm telling them. They want oil. Very soon they will be the one running for oil. All that thing they are doing, very soon they will run for it. I told them, if you say you are truly worth power, bring one ship so you know the menace you have caused in Africa. Bring one ship across the coastal region of African continent and say, please, if you want to be a slave in America, come. You will see the number of people that will trip into your land. Your land will, every grass in your land will dry up in 1 week. But this thing they are doing, they think they are smart. They will understand that there is a God that sits in heaven. As far as all of them were born one day and they will die one day, as far as they cannot cheat on age, all of them will fall like a pack of cards. This is one truth they must embrace and liberate the people of God to go. If not, go ahead, my brother, and try and summarize.
Yeah. And these people, they are calling themselves elders, elite my food. Organize the people my food. They are there. They give them bribe. They shut up. They sell their unborn children. They sell their brothers and sisters. They sell their mother. They sell their father. They sell their children. Huh? Please, I am calling on our people. Please wake up and let us join IPOB, and only IPOB can save us. In this life we are now, only IPOB will save us in this life. Look at what is happening now. Hausa Fulani is taking over our land. They are coming gradually. Before you know now, before you do anything, before you do any business, you have to take authority from Hausa people. Please wake up and let us do the needful. Let us do the needful once and for all.
Ahuda in River State now. It is motor park. Hausa is collecting motor park now. Motor park levy. Hausa in Ahuda. Along the road there, if you park your trailer, it's Hausa that will collect money from you. And because of the overwhelming influence of what British government, atrocity of British government against our people, everybody is afraid to speak. And the one man who can stand up, Mazen and they cannot pick for them. Even the overwhelming influence of the terrorist so-called advanced nation will not allow them to defend him. And one useless Hausa woman who didn't even go to school, but he's a judge now. And yet there is another Katoriera who is the Chief Justice of Nigeria. There are many Katoriera now who didn't go to law school of the zoo called Nigeria. They are all now Chief Justice and magistrate across Biafra land. And because of the overwhelming influence, they will not say anything. But then they should understand we are the
we don't want to die, but we are dying every blessed day. If we don't die in hunger, we die by Fulani terrorists. If we don't die in Fulani terrorists, we will die by trying to make it out from Nigeria. If you don't die in desert, you die in the sea. If you don't die in the sea, the Libyan people will kill you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My time is up.
I am calling on my people. Please wake up, wake up, wake up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I greet my able leader.
Thank you.
We must of Waline, in fact, of what only Iboland, of Waline. You understand? And our head officers. I agree.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
yes,
my brother.
We must continue. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, you have 1 minute because my time is up. Please go ahead. The world is listening.
Yes, we'll make it snappy. And what I want to say is that if people call our line, please just go straight to the point, hit the nail on the head, and make your point and allow others to say. Don't continue thinking, people thinking and taking time. Well, that is the and by the way, anyway. My brother, like I was saying before the network, because they knew what I was about to say, but I will say it again maybe tomorrow. But what I want to chip in right now is for us to watch it. This very conspiracy internationally, our leader has to be very much conscious of security. London right now, I don't think that London is safe for him to return back, because this is what they conspired, and this is because if not the command or the kind of order or whatever thing comes from London and they conspire and get together, BIAFRA has no right to revoke the bail conditions of our leader.
If what British government is doing to us is not enough, and they still conspire and kill our leader or arrest our leader, every governor in Biafra land will die. No Hausa Yoruba will save them. No Mayambo and his children will die. All of them, our people have to die before we kill Hausa and Yoruba. Okay, so Abia State will not hold all of them. Our leader is there for them to do what they know. Then they will know that there are people who are paranoid more than they can imagine. All the governors in Biafra land who aid and abet and influence this external terrorists to kill our people, all of them will die. Their children will be killed across the globe. Nobody will save them. British government must be able to begin to build army that will watch to stop Biafrans across the globe, because they don't know what they are doing to themselves. We want international criminal court to investigate the issue of Biafrans, the killing of Biafrans, not just today. We want the World Security Council under the guise of UN to stand up and do the needful. We want Geneva Convention to review what they tell the world they are going to do. We want AU, EU, African Union and all of them. Let them stand up, face the truth. All of them will see how shameful and disgraceful they have been. But Biafra must be restored. We are not here to judge them, but our leader is out there. Let all these governors use the resources stolen from our land to sponsor the assassination of our leader or trying to kidnap him. Then they will know that the head they look for, they call for, is just very close to them. We know all their children. All of them will die. George Onibe is saying it. All of them will die. Go ahead, my brother.
My brother, just on a nutshell, they said that the long sermon is not good in the evening service. It is time right now for us, even if you don't support IPOB, even if you don't want to hear what is happening about the restoration of Biafra, you will now know that this gang up is totally internationally, not even only in Nigeria. Just to watch it, like there is a clip that I sent to you from the leader of Ispanda, that straight fair. What that very man was, the stupid people that our leader Nankano has been fighting for, using all his life to fight for. Go and listen to that clip. I said we
are doing born again now. We are playing born again for them now. They are jumping up and down. We are playing born again.
I'm crying.
They don't know.
I'm crying.
Oh my God.
I'm crying.
Let's watch how it goes.
I'm crying since yesterday over this very issue. People that our leader has been crying, dying for. People, okay, let's just count the people that they were killed on the road. Lot of the ones they killed in his house, the army refused to brought it at the Bitayako, refused to attend to it. And the man that called himself president of Aspanda opened his mouth and yap nonsense. Go and listen to that very thing. I wonder if sometimes if our leader say there is no man crying, there is no man, and everybody are women right now. I'm telling you, he said the truth. He said the truth. You are fighting for people, and people are fighting for, not interested.
Because of the overwhelming influence of all these criminal so-called world power, overwhelming influence of all these terrorists who invaded our land, and now they give us the same court and justice system that only protects them and dehumanize us. Thank you very much.
International community. Thank you.
When I mean I'm not saying all of them. So many criminals among them, but they will use their hand to tell the world who they really are in the end. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much. Let me stop. Thank you.
I must appreciate those who were able to call in, and sincere apology to those of you who were cut off by the epileptic network providing services in the zoo called Nigeria, maybe deliberately or otherwise. And I must say, we must continue Biafran people. You may think you are a gentleman, you may think this thing does not concern you, but when the time comes, everybody will answer his father's name. I get India ego, and you can put anywhere on my susu, and you can be susu anywhere money here. I will be signing off from here. Remain blessed, and God be with you.
Reading from Biafrans Got Talent. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that. They are playing on your intelligence like full of pretense. They are playing on your intelligence. They are playing on your intelligence. Their life full of pretense. Everything is diligent. Yeah. Oh, so every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up for your right. So every black man stand. So every black man for your right. Freedom for Africa. Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here.